Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a storm, feeling lost, overwhelmed, or desperately searching for peace? Maybe life has thrown you curveballs you never expected. Maybe anxiety creeps in like a shadow you can't shake. Or perhaps you've faced seasons where hope feels distant, and you wonder if you'll ever find rest again. If that's you, I want you to know you are not alone. We've all been there at some point, standing at the edge of uncertainty, longing for comfort and direction. And that's why I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful passages in the entire Bible, Psalm 23. You probably know it well. Maybe you grew up hearing it at church, at funerals, or in quiet moments of prayer. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Those words have brought peace to millions across centuries. But here's the thing. There is a hidden secret in Psalm 23 that 99% of people miss. It's a secret so profound, so life-changing, that when you discover it, it shifts everything. How you see God, how you face your struggles, and how you live each day. Most people read Psalm 23 as a beautiful poem of comfort. And yes, it is that, but it's so much more. It's a divine roadmap, a shepherd's intentional journey designed to lead us through every valley and green pasture, every shadow and still water, toward restoration and victory. It's not just about feeling safe. It's about transformation, purpose, and power. Today I want to walk with you through Psalm 23, like you've never seen it before. We're going to uncover the layers of meaning, the imagery, and the promise that the shepherd who calls himself the Lord is actively guiding you through a journey that changes everything. This hidden secret isn't just for scholars or theologians. It's for you. It's for anyone who's ever felt tired, broken, or afraid. It's a message of hope and a call to trust that will renew your soul. So if you're ready, let's begin this journey together, diving deep into Psalm 23 and unlocking the life-changing discovery that will help you find rest, restoration, and a peace that passes all understanding. This is more than just a psalm. This is the shepherd's personal invitation to you, right where you are. To truly grasp the power of Psalm 23, it helps to understand where it comes from and the world it speaks into. This psalm was penned by King David, a man whose life was marked by incredible highs and devastating lows. David knew what it was like to face danger, betrayal, fear, and yet also to experience God's provision, protection, and love firsthand. When he wrote Psalm 23, he wasn't just crafting a beautiful poem. He was sharing his deepest experience of God as the shepherd who leads, cares for, and restores. In the ancient Near East, shepherds played an essential role. They were responsible for their sheep's safety, guiding them to green pastures and fresh water, protecting them from wild animals, and even carrying the weak or injured on their shoulders. This image would have resonated deeply with David's original audience because everyone understood the tender care and vigilance a shepherd provided. Sheep were vulnerable animals, completely dependent on their shepherd. Without the shepherd's guidance, they could easily become lost, fall prey to predators, or suffer from hunger and thirst. David used this powerful metaphor to describe God's relationship with his people, not as a distant king who rules from afar, but as a loving caretaker who knows every need intimately. Psalm 23 has been cherished for thousands of years because it captures this intimate care and provision so beautifully. Over time, people have often seen it simply as a comfort for times of trouble, or as a soothing passage to memorize and recite. While that is true, it only scratches the surface of what David was revealing. This psalm is more than comfort. It's a spiritual roadmap that invites us into a dynamic relationship with God, a journey guided by a faithful shepherd. Before we dive into each verse, it's important to revisit these original meanings: the vulnerability of sheep, the tender care of the shepherd, and the journey through green pastures and dark valleys. Understanding this context helps us open our hearts to the Psalm's deeper truths. It's a guide designed not only to calm our fears, but to change how we live and trust every day. Now, let's explore Psalm 23, line by line, uncovering the richness hidden within these familiar words. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. From the very first verse, David sets the tone for the entire psalm. The Lord, the great I Am, the creator of heaven and earth, chooses to be our shepherd. That means God is not distant or indifferent. He is actively involved in guiding, providing, and protecting you personally. When David says, I shall not want, he's expressing a profound contentment, rooted not in material wealth, but in the shepherd's care. This verse reveals a secret many miss. The real source of satisfaction is not found in things or circumstances, but in the shepherd's presence. To not want means to live free from anxious longing, because the shepherd provides all that is truly needed. It's a call to trust that God's provision goes beyond our limited understanding and meets every need, physical, emotional, spiritual. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. Here, David paints a vivid picture of rest and restoration. Sheep don't rush or wander aimlessly. They lie down to rest when the shepherd leads them to safe, abundant places. The green pastures symbolize nourishment and peace, while still waters represent calmness and refreshment. But this isn't just about physical rest. It's a metaphor for spiritual restoration, a soul refreshed and healed by God's loving care. The secret is that the shepherd doesn't just lead us to survive. He leads us to places of deep rest, where our weary souls are renewed. This invitation to lie down is a radical call to stop striving, to cease anxiety, and to rest fully in God's provision. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Restoration means bringing back to life what was lost or broken. David acknowledges that our souls can become weary, damaged, or lost. But the shepherd actively restores, healing wounds, renewing hope, and redirecting our steps. Leading us in paths of righteousness isn't merely about following rules, but about guiding us into lives that reflect God's character and bring glory to His name. The secret here is that restoration is purposeful. It's not random or temporary, but part of a divine plan to shape us into the people God created us to be. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. This verse is perhaps one of the most powerful and well-known. The valley of the shadow of death speaks to the darkest, most terrifying experiences we face: fear, pain, loss, and even the threat of death itself. But David declares he will fear no evil, because the shepherd is present. The rod and staff are tools of protection and guidance. The rod defends the sheep from danger, while the staff helps to guide and pull the sheep back from harm. The secret most miss is that God's presence turns even the darkest valleys into places of comfort and safety. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Here, the imagery shifts to a banquet scene. God prepares a table of abundance, even in the midst of opposition. The anointing with oil signifies honor, healing, and blessing, while an overflowing cup symbolizes overwhelming provision and joy. The secret is that God's blessing is not hindered by our struggles or enemies. Instead, His provision and favor overflow even when challenges surround us. It's a bold declaration of victory and abundance, in the face of adversity. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The psalm closes with a confident declaration of lifelong blessing and eternal fellowship with God. Goodness and mercy speak of God's unfailing kindness and faithfulness pursuing us. To dwell in the house of the Lord is to live in constant communion with God, not just for a moment, but forever. The secret here is the assurance of an unbreakable relationship with God that extends beyond this life into eternity, a promise that anchors hope and fuels courage. As we walk through these verses, the deeper meaning emerges. Psalm 23 is not just words to recite in times of trouble, but a divine journey. Each line reveals a step in the shepherd's intentional leading, providing, resting, restoring, protecting, blessing, and dwelling. This is the hidden secret that transforms Psalm 23 from a comforting poem into a life-changing roadmap. What if I told you that Psalm 23 isn't just a simple expression of comfort, but a carefully crafted journey, a shepherd's intentional path designed to lead you through every season of life with purpose and transformation? That hidden secret, the one 99% of people miss, is this. The psalm reveals the shepherd's plan to guide you step by step, not only through peaceful times, but also through the darkest valleys, preparing you to emerge stronger, restored, and empowered. Think about it. The psalm begins with provision. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This is the starting point, a place where the shepherd claims responsibility for every need in your life. It's the foundation of trust and contentment. But the journey doesn't stop there. Next, the psalm speaks of rest. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Here, the shepherd leads you to places of deep restoration, where your soul is renewed. This rest is not passive, it's intentional. The shepherd knows when you need to stop striving and simply be still in his care. Then comes restoration. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness. This step acknowledges that the journey includes healing, mending what's broken inside, and guiding you into a life that honors God's name. It's about transformation, becoming who you were always meant to be. But the path isn't always easy. The psalm continues, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." The shepherd doesn't promise to shield you from every danger, but promises his presence through the darkest valleys. His rod and staff, symbols of protection and guidance, comfort you, giving courage to face trials. Then, the psalm shifts to abundant provision amidst adversity. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Even when opposition surrounds you, the shepherd lavishes blessing and favor. This is a declaration that victory and abundance belong to those who trust the shepherd. Finally, the journey concludes with an eternal promise. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. It's not just about temporary comfort, it's about an everlasting relationship with God, the shepherd who never abandons his sheep. This hidden journey is a divine design, a roadmap for spiritual growth and deepening trust. Each step invites you to surrender more fully, to rest more deeply, and to walk more courageously. It's a progression from mere survival to thriving in God's presence. Understanding this changes everything. Psalm 23 becomes not just words to recite, but a living experience to embrace. It invites you to let the shepherd lead you through every green pasture and dark valley, knowing that each stage has purpose and promise. So how do we live this psalm daily? How do we step into the shepherd's intentional journey in our everyday lives? First, it begins with trust. Trust that the Lord is your shepherd, personally, intimately, actively caring for you. When anxiety or fear threatens to steal your peace, remind yourself of this truth. God's provision means you lack nothing that truly matters. This trust frees you from the endless chase of wanting more and anchors you in contentment. Next, practice rest. In a world that values busyness, the shepherd calls you to lie down in green pastures. This means setting aside time to be still, to meditate on God's goodness, and to allow your soul to find restoration. Rest isn't laziness, it's obedience to the shepherd's lead. Then, seek restoration. When your soul feels broken or weary, bring those wounds to God. Allow Him to heal and redirect your path toward righteousness. This step requires honesty, surrender, and patience, but it leads to transformation that honors God and fulfills your purpose. When you face dark valleys, whether illness, loss, or fear, remember that God's presence accompanies you. Fear loses its power when you know the shepherd walks beside you. Lean on His rod and staff. These are His tools of protection and guidance given for your comfort and safety. In moments of conflict or opposition, believe in God's abundant provision. Even in the presence of your enemies, He prepares a table and anoints your head. This means God's favor isn't limited by your circumstances. His blessings overflow when you trust Him fully. Finally, cultivate a heart that desires to dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This means prioritizing intimacy with God, nurturing your relationship with Him daily, and living with an eternal perspective that shapes your choices and attitudes. Applying Psalm 23 daily transforms your life. It moves you from fear to faith, from striving to resting, from brokenness to restoration. It empowers you to walk confidently through every season, knowing the shepherd leads with loving intent. Countless people have discovered this hidden secret and experienced profound change. Take, for example, a woman who struggled with anxiety for years. When she began to live Psalm 23 as a journey rather than just a prayer, she found peace in God's provision, rest in His care, and courage in dark times. Her faith deepened, and she no longer lived captive to fear. Or consider a man who faced loss and heartbreak. By embracing the shepherd's restoration and protection, he found healing and purpose, learning to trust God's plan even in suffering. Psalm 23 became a roadmap guiding him back to hope and joy. These stories are not isolated. Throughout history, believers have found in Psalm 23 a source of strength, restoration, and transformation. The secret journey embedded in these verses holds the key to navigating life's challenges with faith and grace. Of course, it's natural to have doubts and questions along the way. You might wonder why, if the shepherd is so good, suffering still comes. Or why rest seems so elusive in a busy world. The truth is, the journey with the shepherd includes trials precisely because they shape us and deepen our reliance on Him. Psalm 23 does not promise a life free of hardship, but a life lived with God's presence and power through every valley. The call is to trust the shepherd, even when the path is unclear, to rest when your soul is weary, and to believe in His abundant provision when circumstances seem bleak. This trust transforms the journey from a burden into a blessing. So today, I invite you to embrace this secret journey in Psalm 23. Let go of fear and striving. Step into the rest and restoration the shepherd offers. Walk boldly through every valley, knowing His rod and staff comfort you. Receive His abundant blessings and live with a heart set on dwelling in His presence forever. Pray with me. Lord, thank You for being my shepherd. Help me trust you fully, rest in your care, and follow your lead every day. Restore my soul, protect me in every valley, and fill my life with your goodness and mercy. Teach me to dwell in your house all my days, and to walk confidently in the journey you have prepared. Amen. Living Psalm 23 daily is not just a spiritual exercise, it is a life-changing experience. As you embrace the shepherd's journey, you will discover peace beyond understanding, strength in weakness, and joy that cannot be shaken. This hidden secret is waiting to transform your life, one step at a time. Throughout history, and even today, countless lives have been transformed by the powerful truths hidden within Psalm 23. These are not just ancient words, they are living promises that have brought hope, healing, and courage to people facing all kinds of struggles. Take, for example, the story of Corrie ten Boom, a woman who survived a Nazi concentration camp during World War II. Despite experiencing unimaginable suffering, she found solace in Psalm 23. She later said that the promise of the shepherd's presence in the darkest valley sustained her through the horrors. Her life became a testimony to God's faithfulness and restoration, showing how deeply this psalm can change a person's outlook even amid profound pain. Or consider a modern-day believer who struggled with addiction and despair. After discovering the intentional journey in Psalm 23, he began to trust the shepherd to guide him step by step out of darkness. He learned to rest in God's provision, accept his restoration, and face his fears with courage. Today, he lives with a peace and confidence that he once thought impossible. Even ordinary people, mothers caring for sick children, workers facing uncertainty, students burdened by anxiety, have found the Psalm's hidden secret to be a lifeline. When they allow the shepherd to lead them through rest, restoration, protection, and abundance, their lives begin to reflect hope and strength. They experience healing not just emotionally, but spiritually, becoming beacons of God's goodness in their communities. These stories remind us that Psalm 23 is not just poetic comfort. It is a roadmap for transformation. It speaks to every person's need for care, protection, and renewal. And it promises that no matter what you are facing, the shepherd's journey can lead you into life-changing peace. Yet, I know some of you may still be wrestling with doubts or questions. Maybe you've heard this psalm many times, but your circumstances seem to contradict its promises. Perhaps you wonder, if God is my shepherd, why am I still hurting? Why does fear still grip me? Why is rest so hard to find? These are valid and important questions. Psalm 23 doesn't promise a trouble-free life. In fact, it acknowledges the valleys and shadows we must walk through. The difference is that we don't walk alone. God's presence, his rod and staff, are with us to comfort, guide, and protect. Sometimes the journey includes challenges meant to shape and strengthen our faith. Trials can deepen our reliance on the shepherd and teach us lessons that smooth, easy paths never could. Rest doesn't come from circumstances changing immediately, but from trusting the shepherd in the midst of them. Also, rest in the psalm is a gift to be embraced. It requires us to actively lie down in green pastures, to stop striving, and to surrender our worries to God. That can be hard in a busy, anxious world, but it is part of the secret the psalm reveals. So if you're struggling, don't give up. Keep seeking the shepherd's presence. Keep surrendering your fears. Keep resting in his care. The journey may be difficult, but it is purposeful, and the destination is full of hope. Remember, this psalm is not just for comfort when we feel weak. It is a call to live in confident trust every day, to let the shepherd lead us through every part of life. When doubts arise, return to the psalm. Let its words remind you of God's faithful love, provision, and protection. And if you've never fully embraced this journey, today is a perfect time to start. Invite the shepherd to lead you intentionally through your life, trusting him to guide, restore, and bless. His rod and staff are ready to comfort you. His table is prepared even in the face of your enemies. His goodness and mercy pursue you all your days. You don't have to walk this journey alone. The shepherd is with you, now and always. Today, I want to invite you to take a step of trust, surrender, and commitment. Psalm 23 is not just words to admire from afar. It is an invitation to live a life deeply connected to the shepherd, to embrace the hidden journey he has prepared for you. If you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or lost, this is your moment to say yes to the shepherd's care. Say yes to resting in his green pastures, to allowing him to restore your soul, and to walking confidently even through the darkest valleys, because you know he is with you. Close your eyes and open your heart. Pray with me. Lord, you are my shepherd. I choose to trust you today with every part of my life. Help me rest in your provision, find restoration in your presence, and walk boldly in the path you lead. Guard my heart from fear, and guide me with your rod and staff. Teach me to dwell in your house forever. Thank you for your goodness, mercy, and unfailing love. Amen. This commitment isn't a one-time decision, but a daily choice to follow the shepherd's lead. Each day, remind yourself that you are not alone, that God is actively guiding you, providing for you, protecting you, and blessing you abundantly. Share this life-changing secret with those around you. Encourage friends and family to discover the Psalm's deeper truth. Let the shepherd's journey become a path that transforms not only your life but also the lives of those you love. Remember, the shepherd's care is eternal. His love never fails, and his plan for you is filled with hope and purpose. As we come to the close of this journey through Psalm 23, I want you to carry this eternal hope with you. No matter what you face today or tomorrow, the shepherd's goodness and mercy follow you. His presence surrounds you. His house is your home. Imagine dwelling in God's presence forever, restored, loved, and secure. This is not just a distant dream, but a promise that shapes every moment of your life now. When you live in this truth, fear loses its grip, anxiety fades, and peace fills your soul. So walk boldly into your days with confidence. Let Psalm 23 be your guide, your comfort, and your strength. Trust the shepherd's journey, knowing it leads to abundant life, restoration, and eternal joy. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into one of Scripture's most treasured passages. May the hidden secret of Psalm 23 continue to unfold in your life, bringing transformation beyond what you can imagine. May you rest in green pastures, be refreshed by still waters, and walk courageously through every valley, always guided by the loving hand of your shepherd. And may his goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life, until you dwell in his house forever. God bless you.